Hello and welcome back to the channel, guys. In today's video we're going to be talking about the grenades in Apex Legends and what I personally think is the best grenade in Apex, but we are going to be talking about the pros and cons of all the grenades, and it's mainly just a discussion video because each grenade has certain situations that will be better than the other grenades in. But other than that, let's get straight into it. We're going to start off by talking about the most basic type of grenade, and that is in fact the frag grenade. Now, a lot of people may feel like the frag grenade doesn't actually have that many uses because it's very easy to get away from. It does do 100 damage if it does pretty much land underneath someone's feet, but it has a long time to react to, and you can walk away from this grenade. If you have to run into someone else shooting you, that is when the grenade can become very dangerous. They can force you out corners. But other than that, the frag grenade, if you just simply throw it at someone, 9 times out of 10, they're just going to get out of the way of it. But a lot of people don't actually realize there's certain ways you can use this grenade where you've got a very high chance of hitting people if you know how to throw the grenade correctly. The first way is in fact vertinades or vertical grenades, and that is where you throw the grenade basically directly up in the air and it will land on them with no indication. Now I'm going to throw it just in front of my, on top of myself, and you'll see the indicator comes so late that I can't react to it. And that's going to hit me dead on for 100. You can do this at range too. So if I can throw it like this can go out there and it'll land over there. Say if there was a target there, in fact the target dummy is there, and it'll hit dead on 100. And if that was an actual player, they wouldn't be able to react to it unless they saw me throw the grenade or they somehow saw it in the air. Now, this is great because if you're on low ground, you've got a team above you, you can throw it from the low ground and potentially knock them off the building or do a hell of a lot of damage to a whole team, so you can then push onto them, and that high advantage kind of goes away because they're on such low health. Now, another way you can use grenades, which I learned this probably about a month ago, and I don't think a lot of people know about it. And believe it or not, you can actually throw a grenade through a closed door. Now, you may be thinking, like, that makes no sense whatsoever, but trust me, you can do it. I'm going to show you a clip right now of it happening. Grenade out. Now, as you can see, that grenade landed literally right on the other side of the door. What's so good about this is if you've got someone holding the door, just sit on the door so you can't open it and you have to kick it. If you was to throw a grenade, they either have to run away or run away. And if they run away early, then you can just open the door, shoot them and close it before the grenade blows up in your face. If they run away late, they're going to get hit by the grenade. So either way, they have to move or they take the grenade, the door blows up, and then you can just shoot them and kill them. So it's a really effective way of getting people off of doors if they don't expect it and if they don't really know it can even happen. Well, that's it for frag grenades. There's not much else you can really do with frag grenades, but a lot of people don't realize you can do both of those things. And if you put those two tactics into play, you're definitely going to realize frag grenades have a lot more potential than you originally thought. The next grenade we're going to talk about is the thermite. Now, this is probably the least interesting grenade out of all of them. I'm sure you all know what a thermite can do. It's basically a Molotov from other games. You place it down and it will just tick damage in a line until someone moves out of it. If they move out of it, they'll take a tiny bit more damage. It'll tick over for another couple seconds. But if they stand it the whole time, they're going to continuously burn. Now, this grenade has received nerfs in the past, and the biggest nerf is the fact that if you was to throw it at a door, it will no longer burn the target on the other side. Ever since that, this has mainly been used as a zoning tool. It's not the best for killing people, but you can put a lot of pressure on teams that are camping in buildings. You can thermite off their door. You can trap them in the corner and then throw the thermite on top of them so they have to move out of the corner. But other than that, it's not really a grenade for killing. It's more or less a grenade for making the team move. But either way, I'm going to show you it can still destroy a door right now. So I'm going to show you a clip of it destroying a door. But just remember, if you was to throw this on the door and there was someone on the other side, they would not take any damage until the door has been destroyed.
Rings far. Time for a jog.
As you can see, you will blow the door fully off with the thermite, but like I said, you're not going to be able to damage people on the other side. So mainly, like I've said, the use of thermite grenades is to zone players and to force players to move, but other than that, it doesn't have a hell of a lot of uses. I have left my favourite until last, and that is the Ark Star. This grenade is fantastic, and in my personal opinion, I think it's the best out of the 3 grenade types. That is purely because you can just throw it at someone, and if you stick them, you're going to be doing so much damage, and they could potentially walk into their teammates and do even more damage. But what's so good about it is the fact that if you do hit this grenade, whether you stick someone or whether it just hits them on the floor, it is going to slow your opponent. I think that's fantastic because if you Arc Star someone, you're able to push up and you're really able to finish that player as a team. And like I said, the fact that you can stick people can pretty much just isolate someone out of a fight. If you stick someone, they're pretty much dead. You can shoot them whilst they're stuck, and if you don't shoot them whilst they're stuck, it's going to do so much damage that they're going to have to back up, and it's kind of a temporary 3v2 or a 2v2, however many players have you got left on your team. You can really isolate out that one player and make sure that they just can't help their teammates in any way whatsoever. One other thing that I think is absolutely fantastic about an Arc Star is the distance you can throw it. You can throw this extremely far, and if you just to move forward slightly as you throw it, you would throw it even further. So you can really throw this grenade at massive distances. Chances are you're not really going to stick too many people doing this, but you are going to be able to potentially destroy doors from really far. You are going to be able to put an Arc Star behind a rock that someone's sitting behind from really far to make them move. So it allows you just to be able to really control where you want the nade to go. You can throw it close, you can throw it really far, you can throw it middle distance. But like I said, it can destroy doors just like every other grenade. So I'm going to show you a quick clip of a door getting blown up by an Arc Star.
Throw an Ark Star.
As you can see, the slight difference with Arc Stars to other grenades is it does in fact open the door if you hit it in the right bit. If you was to throw the Arc Star at the handle of the door, it's going to force the door open. So if there's no one sitting behind it, you might cause them a bit of trouble when they won't realize the door's open and it could potentially blow up. Another thing with Arc Stars is yes, you can use them as vert nades, but they're not as good as frag grenades because they have a longer fuse time. As you can see, they will land, and there's still a tiny bit of time where you get to react to it because the Arc Star doesn't start ticking the fuse until it pretty much lands. So that's something to keep in mind. The Arc Star's fuse isn't active whilst it's in the air, it's only once it lands. But still, it can be used as a vert nade because people might not necessarily expect it to land right next to them, and they might not be too aware of it, and then suddenly they've got an Arc Star next to them, and they have to move whilst also getting shot by, you know, another player. So that's why I think Arc Stars are just great overall. You can stick people, you can use them as vert nades, you can blow doors up with them, and you can throw them at absolutely any distance that you want to. But there we have all of the grenades in Apex Legends. Like I said, my personal favourite is the Ark Star, but all grenades are fantastic and they all have their pros and cons. But this is more of a discussion video. I want to know what you guys think about it, if you think certain grenades are better than others and why. If so, let me know in the comment section down below. Like the video if you did enjoy. But either way, Ark Stars for me, they have to be the best grenade. They're the most fun to use. Thermites are fun, I've got to admit, if you're burning more than one person. But that's pretty much the whole video. Let me know what you think. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.